Good Tuesday evening, everybody. Meteorologist Casey Cloud here in the Weather Center right now, coming on the air because we have a severe thunderstorm warning in play for portions of Alachua, Bradford, Clay, and Putnam counties until about 8:45. I see some potential for some damaging wind gusts, so something to kind of take note of here as we're looking at parts of our area. Now, I will say, as of this moment, not seeing things quite as impressive as what we had with yesterday afternoon's activity, but a marginally severe activity here could knock down a tree, not out of the question. I know we saw a little bit of that yesterday, but it could be just maybe that we get lucky here and things end up kind of falling off and the warning gets canceled early with this activity that we're looking at. So, looking at velocity right now, not seeing a whole bunch on here. We're seeing a little bit more maybe out here southeast of Putnam Hall. You can see a little bit more of a hail indication between Interlochen and Putnam Hall a few moments ago. But as I go ahead and read the text of the warning here, at about 8:06, a severe thunderstorm is located over Melrose Landing or near Interlochen, moving northwest at 20 miles an hour, and another storm was over southwest Putnam County, moving west at 20 miles an hour. So 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts, penny size hail possibility, Interlochen, Keystone Heights, Melrose, Hawthorne, Lake Geneva, Florhome, Rochelle, Melrose Landing, Orange Heights, and Waldo. Now keep in mind, when there's lightning around, you just want to remember to be inside. Whenever thunder roars, you want to go indoors. So again, lightning, that dangerous cloud-to-ground lightning is occurring with this storm. Just gotta really be taking precaution here as we look at this. And we have some other storms across the area along kind of the I-75 to 301 corridor per se. I know some of the model guidance was indicating this here as we were looking at things, and I'll go ahead and kind of put velocity on. You can see here we do have some wind in here, and we'll just continue to watch things. Nothing severe like up toward McClenny, but winds, 20, 30 miles an hour maybe. Seeing some of that toward southeast Georgia, but then this is where we're more concerned. There's been some more, excuse me, concerning acts in there in northern Marion County as well. But I've been watching this here where we have the warning that is in play. So again, trying to give you the very latest on exactly what is going on here. I'll go ahead and batten this on up a little. You see, this right here, I think, is what kind of triggered our warning. We were watching another storm down here, so, you just always got to be taking precaution here, of course. Got to always be careful. Got to always be mindful of exactly what is occurring. And we're going to go ahead and switch on over to a look outside right now where we're at here. We're east of Stark, looking back off toward the west. You can see some of the darker clouds there, darker skies per se. And just going to continue to watch things here very carefully as we monitor things. I know we'll go to an overview right now, I think, of our region. You'll be able to kind of see here what we're looking at on the Doppler, and you can see here there's some lightning around like the Homerville area, but again, nothing, just too crazy here at this point in time. That's good news. I know we're in Bradford County, so Roy just wanted to get on with this, even if, it may not end up being too impressive. I know part of the county is under this warning down around Keystone and Theresa there. So just watching just in case in that area here. I feel like this warning may get dropped early though, which would be obviously a good thing. It does go technically at 8:45. I don't think it's going to last that long. Again, we're watching things here in the weather center. You see some of these blue areas. This is where there's been rain over an inch here, and the lighter blue, the lightest blue especially, is over an inch there in the last 12 hours. As we're looking at things, and you can kind of get an idea of what's going on in that regard. We'll go ahead and look at some other products here. There's your infrared satellite, kind of pulling that up real quick. I know it's just a general thunderstorm risk. You get those here this time of year, but still have warnings. That's just how it is in summer in Florida and southeast, south central, southwest Georgia as well. So again, I just always have to be kind of cautious here of what's going on. So, again, trying to give you the very latest. We'll go back on our hail product because we did have a little bit more hail down here a little while ago, just with the interlock, and it was filling up over an inch in size. It may have not been that big, but it was just indicative of maybe how this was trying to be a severe storm. Again, at this current point, we're not necessarily seeing that here, but you never know. You still gotta be taking precaution here. You just gotta be taking heed. Things can change very quickly this time of year, one way or the other. So, again, you just gotta be prepared. There is instability around in that rate over 3,000 joules per kilogram. It tells the story, so a lot of fuel for the storms to work with. The storm development a little later today. I know we had a couple warnings toward like Hernando County and that area of the state as we were looking in that 6 o'clock hour. Hernando, Pasco counties there, watching some of the activity in that vicinity as things are going on. But there's going to continue this warning right now, the Weather Service in Jacksonville says. So let's go ahead and see what we have here. We'll go ahead and zoom back on in. And we're just, again, getting an update. They're saying they don't think the hail's to an inch, maybe under 3/4 at this point. But there's a chance winds could still gust to 60 miles an hour in here. So they're keeping the warning for right now is the National Weather Service in Jacksonville. So again, let's just go ahead and keep looking at things. You see the new box update there. So at 8:20, severe thunderstorm is located just east of Melrose and near Putnam Hall, moving northwest at 20 miles an hour. Keystone Heights, Melrose, Hawthorne, Melrose Landing, Orange Heights, Lake Geneva, Flora Home, Johnson, Putnam Hall, Lock Loose under this warning. We'll go ahead and zoom back in a little. And you can kind of get an idea of what's going on. I know as we look out here, just the geography of things. I know, Melrose sometimes doesn't want us up on our maps very easy, but this is kind of, where this is at, and at least where it's headed toward. So again, just kind of giving you the very latest here on what's going on. Let me check another one of our products. Maybe I can get it to show up on there. If I can, I'll pop that on up for everybody at home. Let's see if we can get Melrose to pop on in here. I don't think I want to pop in this one either, but just kind of in that vicinity, we're watching things. Just be careful there, right around Melrose. So, in fact, I'll go ahead and kind of circle some stuff on here for you for where Melrose is. So, just bear with me here as the situation does progress. So I'm just going to go ahead and kind of show you what I'm talking about. This is a rough estimate kind of here, just geographically. When I switch sources, you'll see what I'm talking about. That little the blue box there is kind of where Melrose is, and this is kind of headed in that direction right now. So, again, just be careful around Melrose there. I know it's kind of on all 4 county, lines there per se to some degree. As we're looking where Bradford, Clay, Alachua, and Putnam kind of come together. So that's that blue area, that blue box is where Melrose is. So again, just going to continue to watch things carefully as we go back on over to our other mode. You can kind of see here what we're dealing with, what we're tracking. I know, again, it's a bit thunderstorm warning for part of the area at 8:45. I'm just trying to give you the very latest to protect you, your friends, and your family. So, always important to do that. Let me see if there are any questions or any comments from any of the viewers at home. I don't see any right now, but again, just thanks so much for tuning in and trusting me. Let me take another radar to see if it's showing these winds a little more impressive, maybe. I know it's pretty far away, but I'll take Tampa. It's not really so much at all. It's so far away, though. Melbourne, same deal. Let's check the Moody radar. Yeah, it's showing a little bit there. I mean, that's still not that impressive. Maybe a quick burst of wind, and then the warning would probably be expired out, canceled early. As we continue to watch things, Continue to give you the very latest. Again, looking around Putnam Hall there. Again, right around Melrose. Right in here's where Melrose is, geographically. Okay, and this is kind of coming right in toward the Melrose area. Again, I don't think it's really impressive, but I just wanted to kind of be with this here, of course. We're covering, at this point, portions of 4 of our 62 counties as we go ahead and we'll punch that on up here, our coverage map. And we're in Bradford County, but we're a little bit further to the north as we go ahead and continue to watch things. Not imminently headed toward the Stark area, but it is technically headed northwest. We'll see how much this holds together. You see how it developed at 7:43. There wasn't anything there except just a few sprinkles. And you see how we got a warning there, and we'll see if it can kind of hold its way in further up in this pattern. And things kind of come and go pretty quick here in this weather pattern. So it's something to kind of continue to monitor here. Again, trying to give you the latest. Just trying to give you the latest to protect you, your friends, and your family. Again, we're sitting at 826 right now. Let me go ahead and jump back off of this real quick. And back to the camera. This is kind of looking at some of the other accent, but still kind of interesting here at sunset, looking off toward the west, but not really seeing the sun. Not really seeing it set. Okay, so this storm accent here is kind of maybe showing just a slight intensification on reflectivity, but velocity is not really showing too much here around Putnam Hall. I know, let's check Clear Electric because that's an area here where, let's see if there's any outages on that to kind of get an idea of what's going on here. Okay, I see they on their whole grid have 257 total customers in the dark. Let's see here where those are. Okay, looks like 39 customers are in the dark in Bradford County right now. On Clay Electric, 66 in Marion, 152 in Putnam. So Putnam is kind of interesting there as we look at things. I'm going to check, see if this kind of is matching up with our warning. And it looks like it kind of is actually. Some of that power outage information showing up there, kind of in the vicinity of interlocking anyway. So that's kind of the storyline there. As we continue to watch things, continue to give you the latest. Again, just watching everything out for you. So let's go ahead and keep checking here. Yeah, there's just not a lot in velocity. If this wasn't so close here in North Central Florida, I'd probably wrap coverage, to be quite honest. I'm just not seeing a whole bunch here, but we do have a few power outages, as I was indicating. So you just want to be kind of extra cautious. The warning does go for another 15 minutes, but let's look here in northern Marion County. There's more lightning here around Reddick. Slightly more wind energy maybe there to around I-75, but I know they can look at some cameras down there and maybe get a better idea of what's going on there too. Versus up here. I'm going to switch to our outside view again. Thought I might be hearing a little bit of rain, but that might not be what it is. Hard to say, but again, just giving you the latest here. We did have some rain earlier, closer in, you know, we are still getting some rain in parts of the Stark area, but kind of depends on where you are precisely. as we continue to watch. Excuse me there, as we continue to give you the latest updates. Around Putnam Hall, we're watching things. Definitely seen more impressive velocity over the years, and this isn't that impressive, to be quite honest, but you just never know. Could get a quick burst of wind this time of year to cause problems. So I think what we're going to do, we kind of did a little bit different yesterday. I'm going to do the same thing today. I'm just going to go ahead and leave the radar up until this warning goes away, but I'm going to wrap coverage for now. I'm just not seeing a whole bunch here to stay with this, but if we need to pop back in, do another stream, something like that, we will. We can always come back on this one if we were to get like another warning closer to Stark or something. Okay, I see an advisory for parts of Alachua and Marion. That's not that area, though. I think it would be more down in here. I know that looks like something that could end up, and you see the box, but, you know, that one is showing winds to 40 down there. I mean, I really kind of doubt this will have winds there over 40 in it, but you never know. So the warning's still in play. We're going to keep the stream going a little bit longer with just the radar, but if I need to pop back in, I will. Let's go ahead and check here. Let me just see if there's any questions or comments. Not seeing anything. So we're just going to leave this going for now, but thanks so much for tuning in and trusting me. Continue to watch this radar here as things do evolve here with the severe thunderstorm warning that remains in effect.